Alright guys, girls, welcome back to a new video of Hellblade. I'm just going to talk to the voices because they just keep going and going, and it's intense, but you get some moments of clarity, and when there is some really story-driven story talking, then I'll of course will not run through it, but yeah, it's good to be back into it, back into the story, and from time to time it's going to be very intense, but I think that's one of the beautiful things also of the game. Yeah, just makes it so good. I'm just checking to see if there's any, like, I don't think so, like lore stones. I already missed a couple. I mean, in the beginning I was like, I tried to get as much and I already missed a lot, but I mean, I think it's okay. We'll just try. There's Dillian. Try to get to him. Try the best to get as much as we can.
There it is. You're imagining things. It's Dillian. Go towards it. Quick.
Ah.
Run. Come on, before he disappears. Go. Ow.
Still cannot really run. I can run a little bit, but she's still very tired. Understandable, of course. I mean, thinking about what she went through. It's pretty intense. Oh man, this game, so nice. Really love it.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house. Her father's in-bell made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains. That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely.
Getting stronger. You're getting stronger.
She's still, I don't want to say weak, but oh, I can get through here? That's interesting. I'm just walking because I want to see everything, but I'm also thinking, like, hoping I don't miss anything here. Just checking a little bit to see. Don't think so. I will check around there in the back, see if there's something, because I think I know. Well, Dillian is there, of course. Is it that Dillian or is it the Sana? Not exactly sure, but let's first check here, because I have a feeling there might be a lore stone here. Oh no, there is something else.
Senua, there will be times that you will feel alone and exhausted, like a strange little fish swimming against the tides of the big ocean. But have the faith to let go and let the tide carry you away. Because the whole ocean is your home, and it does not ask you to swim against it.
Oh, that's an interesting one. I think I personally, in my playthroughs, I didn't see this rock or went through this, so that's cool. We still explore and find new things. One of the things I really like to do, or just in general in games, are cool. Seeing new things. Let's see.
There he was. The lone figure of a boy. Sword play under the shade of a tree.
Yeah.
She remembers the first time she saw me. dancing. And the world danced with him.
He's there, under the tree.
The gloom lifted. For the first time in years, she felt a ray of hope.
Allure. Oh. I was thinking, are we going to battle or?
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day, Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Sigurd, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him. So King Sigurd plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Sigurd captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
I can tell you one thing, the story of Sigmund is very intense and cool. I really like it. So, tree isn't there. We can check a little quickly here, but I don't think we can go find anything here. Oh wait, another. Is there another large stone? There is. Let's first quickly check here. Just checking to see, but I don't think we can go through here just yet. No, I knew that. Oh. Not going to do it if it's too loud. We can go a little bit down here. There was another large stone. That's very cool. Let's go listen to that one.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a servant with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
Well, what happens? Nice cliffhanger to leave the story at. Right. Then we can get down here. Still not fully healed, but gets a little bit better. We went there, so we can go here. Oh man, it's nice. Let's quickly look here, see if we find something. Or is it just another way we could have gone? Yeah. Is that another large stone? I think it is.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Sigurd, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
Interesting. They hatch a new plan, cold of heart and pure of blood. Sounds not really good, to be honest. Especially when the story goes like this, of course, you like to see where it goes to, what's going to happen next. Find all the lore stones. Oh, I was thinking like, what? Can we go here? But no. It's getting better all the time.
Watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance. Wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Understandable. Wow. So changing.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. But luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
That's not good. Is that not what you hope, of course? Yeah, we still have 2 more for this part of the story. Let's see. I think we can find them.
No, it's a trick. It's an illusion. It's not real. It's you free. You want to believe it's real, but it's a trick.
Oh.
Where are you going? Where is she going? What is she following? You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
Definitely can be difficult to sometimes to see the world, see the beautiful things of the world, especially when you're confronted with the hard truths of the bad side of things, or the ugly side of the world.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who is supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes a an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
You killed him.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy you.
They won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Shut up! Dillion? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
Can you see him?
You want to believe it.
Is he
It's
there?
not real.
Is he there?
You're alone in these mountains.
Is that Dillion? Nothing lives here.
Yeah, I know.
You won't.
I don't know if the voice syncing is a little bit off because of, I don't know, some lag or just the game itself.
He's waiting for you by the tree.
Hope it doesn't happen or stay. But let's see, there was another part of the lore stone. One of the last parts, I think, of this story with Sigmund. Come on.
As Sigmund and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
Ooh, yeah, that heavy price. Sometimes you gotta wonder if it's best thing to do. So, yeah, it's difficult to say what is the right thing to do at some point. Sometimes it is very clear, and sometimes it's not. Yeah, we got it. The last one of this series.
And here is the end of Sigmund's story. He was a fierce and great warrior who fought many battles. But one day, an old man came onto the battlefield. Although shadowed by a hood, Sigmund saw that he only had one eye. The man raised his spear, and Sigmund struck at it with his sword, but the sword shattered into pieces. Sigmund then knew that this was Odin, and thus that victory could not be his. He bowed his head and accepted his end. Dying, he tells his wife that she is with child, and that her son will one day make a great weapon out of the fragments of his sword. The sword named Gram.
And I don't want to spoil anything, but I guess it's pretty close. We're going to be making rum. Because a piece of gram is here in the tree. See.
Take it. It's ending. It's coming from there and there. What are they? Look, where's it coming from? She started something.
What's happening?
Senua, imagine a sword that can slay gods.
True?
Its name is Gramr. It was forged by the god of all Northmen, Odin, and gifted to Sigmund, a great warrior.
I need this sword. It's important. Can you help me?
The sword appears whole, but it is an illusion. It shattered into shards long ago. It is said a great warrior can reforge Gramr by answering the trials of Odin, one for each shard. The roots of the Tree of Death will take you to new lands where you will face the trials.
Go to the shards. Go to the shard.
Go to the shards.
What's the shard? Find it.
So we'll leave it here for now. I think it's nice we're at this beach scene, and I want to do the shards in another part, in one video.
Sword.
Go to the shard.
I think it will be too big otherwise. So I'll leave it here. Short but sweet, I think. Thanks so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed it. If you want to subscribe, stay up to date with all videos, hit the bell. Let me know in the comments what you think, and we'll see you next time. Bye.